Here with Kev after the Kings Hill fixture in pre-season. Slow start today.
Yeah, really disappointing. I think after the highs of the other evening, we made a point of saying to them before the game, we can't. Well, I said to you after the game on Thursday, didn't I? I said, we expect that week in, week out. We cannot lower that level. 100% commitment, hard work, positive attitude are the absolute minimum requirements in life, not just in football. And if you're gonna turn up with the kind of attitude that some of us did today, then my opinion of those people as footballers and as individuals will change, and I don't want that to happen. I think I know most of them better than that, but I think a lot of them thought they were better than today. Getting changed in the disabled toilet, in the pissing rain, not really having a proper warm-up, that kind of thing. We take a degree of responsibility for that, but this whole virus situation is what it is, and you've got to deal with that. And if you think you're too good for that, well, guess what? You're not. And I think that was shown in the first 45 minutes. And to have such a high on Thursday and then such a flat, low performance with people literally doing the total opposite of what they did on Thursday in the first half year is disappointing, but in many ways pleasing as well, because a lot of the decisions that I need to make have now been made for me, and I'd rather that happen today than in 2 or 3 weeks' time, and we'll deal with that. I've got no problem dealing with that at all.
A busy run of games in the last few weeks. Was there an element of fatigue setting in? Is that something that you can...
No, I don't buy that. I think I would say lack of match sharpness and fitness, but not fatigue. A lot of these boys played 45 minutes on Thursday. It's not like they played 120 minutes in a cup game. And when you love football and you haven't played football for 4 or 5 months, if you're not excited to play at the moment, then you've got to question whether you're playing football at all. But of course there's 1 or 2, and you're trying to protect them, and you're trying to make some starting decisions where you're fair to all individuals and give them an opportunity to shine. And we weren't as strong today as we could have been, but I don't think any of those things, fatigue or anything like that, I don't think any of those things are mitigating factors as to what happened on the first half. I think it is just attitude and work rate and commitment, and they're not things that I can directly control. I say to the players, I won't criticise you if you miss a penalty or drop a catch or miss a tackle. If you don't give me 100%, I'm going to be on you like it's not acceptable. And I know I give 100% for this club at all times, and end up doing a little bit of everything. And the mother-in-law and the partner end up washing the kit on a Saturday night. All I expect these boys to do is give 100%. And if they do that, they're good enough. They showed that on Thursday, but they didn't show it today.
After a poor first 45 minutes, it looked like there's some strong words at half-time. Were you happy with how they took that information on board and reacted in the second half?
Yeah, we've given them a bit of a dressing down, and I don't enjoy doing that, and it takes an awful lot to get me angry. I don't raise my voice very often, but sometimes these things need to be done to get a reaction, and we did see that. And we didn't have our best 11 on the pitch in the first half. We didn't have our best 11 on the pitch in the second half. 2 weeks ago I couldn't have told you my best 11, but I think I probably can now, on the basis of some of the performances that we've seen in the last couple of weeks. But again, everybody on that pitch tells me that they're good enough for the level that we're at, or thinks they're good enough for the level we're at. Well, I need them to show it, and not all of them have, and sometimes they're selective when they do. There are 2 or 3 that are regular as clockwork. You know exactly what you're going to get, and there are others that you get it sometimes and you don't other weeks. That needs to change quickly.
It looked like you had 2 11s out there today. Was that the idea going into the game, playing 2 separate lineups, or was it change your plan after going down early in the game?
I think we did the squad for Tuesday, Thursday and today at the beginning of the week, and we'd rather have 1 or 2 too many than be caught short. There's a few people that pulled up on Thursday with cramp and injuries. You think, they're not going to be around Saturday, and then they are, and they want to play, and obviously I want them to get minutes in their legs. So, yeah, it is disjointed as a result of that. It's not really something we can change. If we trimmed down to a bare 16 or 18 at the start of pre-season, we'd have probably turned up with 12 today. So, yeah, I'd rather have a few too many than not enough, and we do want to give youngsters and fringe players an opportunity, and we do want to be fair, and we don't want anyone leaving the club saying, oh, I didn't get a chance. That stops now. We've got whatever happens with the league games that we spoke about before. We've got an FA Cup game in 2.5 weeks. That's really important. We didn't do ourselves justice last year in the FA Cup. We are going to do ourselves justice this time, or at least die trying. And the mentality now will change from pre-season. Will change to we are going with our strongest group, and let's see who wants to be in it.
With the season approaching, are you going to sort of taper down in terms of the workload and the amount of games? What's next week look like in terms of a schedule?
So we're playing Tuesday against Sporting Club Thamesmead. So that's a charity cup game, as it were, for Joe Ford and his family. Obviously, he's been through some problems in the last year or two, and then his father, Martin, that I knew reasonably well, passed away recently. So that's like a ground share game with us and Thamesmead that we played last year, and we're making that an annual thing to raise some funds for their family. So whilst it is a friendly, there is a little bit of a trophy at the end, and we ground share. We both want to put one over on each other, so that'll be competitive. And then we play Sevenoaks away. They're in the league above, so again you'd expect that to be a good test. And then Kennington, who are one of the best teams in the division below and would have got promoted last year if it wasn't for the virus. So that is 3 really strong tests, and the boys are going to need to be a lot more like Thursday and a lot less like today to get something from those games. And it's not the results I'm bothered about, it's the performances. Today I don't care that we lost, but the performance, unacceptable. But as always, I've got faith. I won't allow that to happen again, and they know what's expected, and they'll put that right on Tuesday.